Deepseek R1. This is the Chinese AI that is competing with OpenAI. So it came out very recently. I'm not sure how recently, and I don't think I know it's open sourced, but I haven't actually tried it out. Um, but it's supposed to do things almost, if not better, almost as well, if not better than ChatGPT. But the difference is that they took rather than like I think it's like $500 billion that ChatGPT is like peddling into their stuff compared to the I think it was $6 million that they put into DeepSeek, or that's what they claim at least. I don't know, but there was also like an embargo to China on like Nvidia's new chips. I want to say it was Nvidia. It might be AMD. Uh, Basically, they had to use like outdated chips, and they still got this done. It was pretty crazy. I could be wrong.
We are going to put the new Deepseek R1 model through my entire LLM rubric. And this video is brought to you by Vultr. They are powering the full Deepseek R1 model on bare metal GPUs in their cloud. More on that in a little bit. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I just wanted to do was test that it was working. As you can see here, we're connecting to an IP address in the cloud. This is not Deepseek, this is Vultr's cloud. I spun up some GPUs. I'll tell you the exact system I'm using in a little bit, but here it is running. We're using Open Web UI, which is an open source front-end framework for LLMs. And how
many R's in the word strawberry? It just spells it out. It walks through its whole work. What? Positions 3, 8, and 9. There's 3 R's. Wait, but the correct spelling of strawberry is...
many words are in the word strawberry? And here we go. Deepseek R1. Now, all of the thinking, the chain of thought is wrapped.
That's weird. I don't know why it says wait down there.
In these think tags. So, okay, let me figure out how many times the letter R appears in the word strawberry. And as I've noticed, R1 has very human-like internal monologue. So they say a lot of okay and like and wait a second. So it's really interesting how they trained this model to think out loud, but think in a very human-like way. So wait, let me confirm again. And yeah, they do a lot of back and forth, but the end answer, there are 3 R's in the word strawberry, positions 3, 8, and 9. That is correct. So now let's go through a few of our tests. First, coding. All right, let's go with something easy. Write the game Snake in Python. And keep in mind, this is not a small model. This model has 671 billion parameters, so it's not really possible to run on consumer-grade GPUs. So let's see.
Wait, so what GPUs are you using?
Doing a lot.
Let me see. Vultr GPU. A100. NVIDIA. Oh, it's $8,000 for one. And I'm pretty sure they're using more than one just for like what he's doing right now.
Of non-code thinking, it's kind of planning the actual coding. First, I'll set up the Pygame window. Next, the snake's structure. This is actually really interesting. A lot of the thought process is just about how the model will actually go about building the game rather than...
This is going to be really, really good if you want to learn anything about software development, I think, because you look at the actual thought process to make it, and I think that's really cool.
And iterating on the actual code. Let me outline the steps. Initialize Pygame, define colors and constants. I really like this approach, actually. Thinking ahead of time rather than just outputting code. I have a feeling this is going to work on the first try. And it's a lot of thinking. All right, so the thinking portion is over. You can see the closing think tag right there. Now it's outputting the code, and that is the only thing it's outputting. So here we go. Here's the code. Looks fine so far, but obviously we're not going to know till we actually test it. Okay, so the code is done. Now it's actually telling me how to play the game, what the game features are, following the rules, controls, everything. So really nice output, really complete. Let's give it a try. So I'm going to come up here. I'm just going to click copy on the code. It does say we can run it right in Open Web UI, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to run it locally using Cursor. So here we go. I pasted in my code and then let's play. And there we go. A working Snake game on the first try with score. All the controls seem to work. This is really, really nice. Let's see if we can go through the wall. Obviously, that's just a stylistic choice or a rules choice. So it says game over, press R to restart or Q to quit. That's flawless. That is an absolute pass. All right, let's give it a harder coding problem. Write the game Tetris in
Oh
Python.
man.
Only the
I wonder if it's gonna
O1
do it.
model and Claude 3.5 Sonnet have gotten this right.
I think ChatGPT would be like, that goes against my terms of services. I can't do that. Sorry. And then it would tell you to get fucked. Let me see. I want to see. I'm gonna see if Tetris can do it. I don't know anything about coding, by the way, or if ChatGPT can do it. So, write the game Snake in Python. I'm sure it can, but I wonder if this is saved. It's generating it right now. I definitely like how the other one like walks through work, but I wonder if another one of OpenAI's models does that. I don't know if I can run this. Yeah, it did. Let me see. All right, let me copy it. There's this thing that I just found. It's an online Python runner. Run. No module found named Pygame. I'm probably doing something wrong, but I want to get back to the video. But that's crazy. That's game changing.
Right. All right, so once again, opening with thinking. I need to write Tetris in Python. Let's start by thinking about the basic components of Tetris. So first I should choose a library for graphics. Pygame is a popular choice. Then Tetramino shapes. Here are the shapes as letters.
You think it's going to put the song in there?
Collision detection. I absolutely love this. This is going to generate such better code than just the model outputting the first thing it thinks of. I'm quite hopeful it's actually going to get this right on the first try.
I feel like ChatGPT probably also like thinks through this whole process. This one probably just has like specifications to like say it while you do it. Let me try this again. Hang on. From now on, I want you to think through your thought process in replies. All right, right, snake. Yeah, so it's doing the same thing. It's changing everything. That's interesting.
Here are the possible steps for the code. Import Pygame and initialize it. Define constants, screen size, block size, grid dimensions, colors, shapes with their colors. Create a grid as a 2D list. Functions to create the new game, check collision, etc., etc. Complete it. It does.
So it actually made Tetris.
So it's not keeping score. That's one thing. It's also not giving me a preview of the next piece, but overall, this is an absolute pass. This is very impressive for just one go. All right, now just for a second, let me show you what I'm actually running, the GPUs necessary to power this beast of a model. So here's the Vultr interface. This has all your standard information. The CPU has 128
So Epic
cores,
934
256
or
threads,
953.
and the storage
Epic
is 8 times
953.
3.58 terabytes. So quite a bit of
It's quite a
storage.
bit.
And we're using 8 AMD Instinct GPUs. Each of them has 192 gigabytes.
What did he
Each
say?
of them, and we're using 8 AMD Instinct GPUs. Each of them has 192 gigabytes of VRAM. That is a ton. And that's what's necessary to power this model. So if you need that, definitely go to Vultr, check them out. And just make sure you tell them I sent you, Berman300 at signup, and you'll get $300 in free credits with Vultr to spin up your own GPUs.
That's cool. Don't use honey. Man, let me see. It's called Deepseek, right? Is there anywhere else that's hosting it? I don't think there's anything free like ChatGPT though that you could use. So, Together has started hosting DeepSeek V3.
My name is David Andre, and here is how to build.
I don't really want to watch a 20-minute video on this, but no, that's cool. I'm glad competition makes things better. I know there's like a huge competition. This is going to be like a big geopolitical race between two AI companies. But I like to see improvements in technology, so I think it's pretty cool.